April 23rd starts the new year for me. April 23rd, 2023 is when Mom walked out of our house and I never saw her again. And this April 23rd, honestly, I felt certain she would come back, and she hasn't come back. I honestly miss her so much. I wanted to continue sharing this down here with her. We were on a, I think, family high, especially with my son involved, and I was so proud of how hard she'd worked, how she'd gotten herself back in shape and was eating well and sleeping well, and it was really a joy to be around again. It wasn't such a struggle to try to figure her out after the various techniques we applied with the neurosurgeon and therapists and the question of medication. And I always promised her that I would never put her in a hotel or room or retirement home of any kind. As she would say, if my brain is doing this, then let me get used to it and let me figure it out. And I felt like she was doing that. She had her mind convinced that she was now the lifeguard of the beach, and started living kind of adherent to that and those years, things that she was prioritizing as an 18-year-old in the Payette pool, watching the surfers, watching the kids in the water, would often go out into the water and watch the kids, I think a bit worried about them. I would watch, and honestly I would laugh, because it was, to me, it had to be seen as something funny. My 81-year-old mom now saw herself as a lifeguard, and many times she really sort of forgot about many of the things that happened in her adult life. She forgot she was a great cook, which is astounding, because she's obviously the best in Elko. She was such a good cook. Anyone that's eaten in her kitchen knows what I mean. She's great at baking, obviously an authority on basically everything. My mom always had 3 books going at once, all kinds of kids over for music, constantly baking, had a garden going, hiking, knew all the flowers. We grew up basically, my dad knew all the birds, my mom knew all the flowers. Our youth, we grew up basically always in class. I miss my dad just as much. He was such a great friend, such an amazing father. He was so good to my mom. They had one of those really amazing relationships where they found their place. And all the time I think about my dad and fishing with him and golfing with him and spending time with him. He had such an amazing enthusiasm. She and my dad were just an amazing power couple. I miss them both dearly. And I sit here now knowing that my mom and dad would never want me to sit by and let the world pass in mourning. That I need to get back up on the saddle and I need to take on the next adventures ahead. There's more people to help. We do projects for indigenous populations, fogatafilms.com if you're interested. And those projects have helped people. There's several communities that rely on us at this point here in Ecuador. This is something I never found in the United States. As much as I love the United States, it's complicated there right now, and we don't have that stressed life here. I have a lot more free time. We can grow a lot of food, which we do, and have a life for our son that I think resembles the life that I had as a kid, without a lot of internet, a lot of time on his bike, with friends, in the ocean, playing guitar, playing piano, doing the things that my parents did for us, without all the influence of media, which is obviously a gigantic lie. There's a lot coming, and a lot to be grateful for, and also a lot to be remotely observant of. America could be in a sense of turmoil. I think COVID started that off, and I really honor my mom's position on that from the very beginning. It's interesting, they both were 81. They both disappeared in April. My dad 2020, my mom April 23rd. April 23rd, 2023. Lots of 23s going on here. when we're sure that she's not here, when I feel totally confident she's not here, but I don't feel like I'm abandoning her, because now leaving is extremely hard for me. I feel tethered here. So I remain at the coast in Ecuador, on the same beach where Mom walked every single day. I also walk it every single day, in honor of her, and also the health. The reason that she came around like she did is because she got out and walked. She moved her body. She made that blood flow. She got the air into her lungs. She kept her brain going because she got out and walked. It's a very strong possibility Mom had a second small stroke. It took 4 days to get her to the hospital. We were able to get there, and we lived there for over a year, and I was feeling like we'd be there forever. I promised her I'd stay with her. I know Daniel and Nathan feel the same way. They have a different schedule than me. We have more time, and that's what we were planning on doing until she decided it was time to leave Elko. And that's when I thought it'd be good to come to Ecuador. And I'm glad we did it. It was a great thing to see her come back to life and get off the computer and start walking again and start meeting people and getting that sense of humor back and start again reading and being again activated. Starting to write. It was sad to see her in Elko so lethargic. She got here, and gosh, her energy level was spectacular. It's quite amazing how this place just lit her up. So it's those things now that I focus on with her, and the memories of my father. I had a really good experience. They always go too soon. They brought so much to my life, and basically my son, who turns 9 this June 21st, I just replica my father with the way I raised my son. My dad always spent lots of time with me, doing whatever. Lots of sports, mainly. And I do the same with Elon. We just stay really active. We have a very good family, the three of us, low stress. And Elon has a very good school, and we're very happy with his education, his activation. He's very motivated, talented, handsome, unique, speaking several languages, playing music, enjoys sports, surfing. There's no skiing here yet, but we'll put that in our future. Because the last year, I basically just lost. I don't even know what happened. I was running around pretty freaked out, not sleeping, not eating, basically making myself sick. I look at pictures and videos of myself during that period, and I look like hell. And hopefully I'm coming back around. I feel a lot better, that's for sure. And finally I'm sleeping again, which is really nice. Not sleeping is absolutely terrible. So, it's the lost year. There's much to do. There's many people to help. And the Great Spirit needs us.